Okay, so the question asked if in a certain sequence of numbers, each term after the first is found by adding 1 to the previous term, then doubling the sum. So if the first term is x, then the second term is going to be x plus 1, because we're adding 1, and then times 2 because we're doubling. Which means that the third term, which they gave us as 18, we can set equal to the second term, 2 times x plus 1, add 1 to that, and then double that entire term. So we have the second term, we add 1, I'm going to switch colors so you can see these are part of the third term, and then we're going to double that and set it equal to 18. We then can kind of reverse engineer this to figure out what x is, so we can actually just start from the outside brackets instead of the middle. We could expand the middle, but that's a little bit more complicated since we don't know what x is. So instead we'll just divide by 2 on both sides. So we've got 9, and then set that equal to our expression. Now, notice we still have this entire thing in brackets, but we don't need the outside brackets anymore because they're not separating it from anything. Before it was separating it from the 2, but the 2 is gone, so we can go ahead and get rid of the outside brackets. Now, notice we can just subtract the 1 from both sides, and then that simplifies the terms a bit to give us 8 is equal to 2 times x plus 1, which, if you notice, is our second term. So we can divide it by 2, and then we'll get 4, and that will be equal to just our first baby set of parentheses, the x plus 1, and then solve for x. So now that we have x is equal to 3, we can go ahead and substitute in the x value for all the parts of the sequence. So looking back at the top, we have x is equal to 3, and then we can go ahead and do x plus 1, so 4, and then multiply that by 2 to give us 8. We have 18, but then we can go ahead and see, since we have options going higher than that, we can go ahead and take 18, add 1, and then double the new sum to find the fourth term in the sequence. So we've got 19 times 2, so 38. Now, we could go ahead and find the fifth term in the sequence, but we don't need to because the highest number given to us in the options is 38, so we can just stop there. So, again, just reviewing this, they gave us a sequence starting with the first term, which we denoted as x. The second term was found by adding 1 to the previous term and then doubling it. They gave us the third term, and then we also solved for the fourth term. And this was question 99 out of 100.